Okay. Hey, how's it going, guys? Okay, I'm trying out this druid I just made. I've been seeing a lot of people play like a Yogg-Saron kind of like miracle-ish druid, but I haven't really loved a version I've seen yet, so I'm trying to make my own. I gotta have the Savage Roar.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! I must protect the wild.
I feel like I'm gonna be mostly mulliganing all these like random 1 mana spells here. A little bit on the soft side. I can turn it up. Alright, it's up a little bit. So yeah, like cards like Power of the Wild, Raven Idol, Roots I probably won't be keeping most of the matchups. Well, Raven Idol I might just keep, just to play on turn 1, just depends. Played a Pirate here. I can contest this very well with a 3-3. I don't think I can really get punished for leaving a Pirate up turn 2. Like turn 3 there's some things that would snowball Pirates. He must have another Blood Soul Raider or something. Okay. What? Why do you give my guy taunt? Why not give his guy taunt? So that makes sense why I coined out a 2-drop. He had another 2-drop. And I feel like he wouldn't be coining out Blood Soul Raider and then Fire War Axe, because he would probably just do it the other way around. Okay, I do have 6 mana next turn. This makes this play a lot better, I think. To just do this. Save Fandral for later. I'm not going to think about Fandral plus Beast Synergy. If he plays the 2/6 taunt, I can attack and then swipe and then hero power. So I'm on 6. So like I was thinking Drake as well, which would be naturally fine against this as well. But Drake is easier to remove with something like a Fire War Axe. Yeah, I have 2 minions. I don't see why I wouldn't attack. The goal of this deck is basically to early on, I feel like ramp to 4 to 5 drops, especially 4 drops. So I think I'm more likely to keep a 4-drop in my opening hand, one of the minions, instead of something like Living Roots in some of the matchups maybe. And then like ramp into your mid game and then cycle heavy cycle. And then you combo out with all your cheap spells in the like turns when you have like 6 to 8 mana. I feel all those like Power of the Wilds, I guess. Savager, a similar card to Power of the Wild.
My blade be thirsty.
He's playing a mid-range kind of tempo warrior with some pirates mixed in sparring partner. He's using Bloodtaker X-Cube. Probably means he has Bell Rage in his deck. I feel like I'm gonna just use my Fandral here and cycle this instead of Drake. I mean, this gives you an extra card from Wrath. Nice. Whereas, like, Drake cycles itself whenever, right? If I play Azure Drake, it always cycles, but the Wrath won't cycle if I Wrath for 4. Second execute. I was gonna say this might even survive, but wasn't too optimistic about it surviving. My next tournament is undecided. I have no plans. Hopefully I make BlizzCon this season. Uh, 8 plus 8, 16, 17, 20, 26. First game I played with this deck ever. I literally made this deck like 5 minutes before I started streaming, and I didn't play it. Good sign so far. I was actually watching a lot of other streams today, seeing what other people were playing. I saw Savit's deck. I haven't played it myself, but I watched the streaming extensively, like multiple people playing that druid. I guess I don't like the overly reliant on Yogg in that deck, because it seems like you're just like cycling to Yogg and you don't really have any real way to win other than Yogg. Just why I decided to add like the Savage Roars and a little bit lower curve, and then still have the Yogg. Yogg seems to like just win games on its own a lot. But I feel like you want a second plan after Yogg. My game's bugged, right?
The inn is oozing with cheer today. Alfurion versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! I must protect the wild.
This looks like an awesome mana curve here. We can drop Living Roots. Although... So we have a 3/3 fairly early, and then we have a 4/4. Is that too weak? Because if not, we save Living Reverse for the spell power for dealing 3 damage. Okay, let's go and keep it. It may be too greedy to mulligan Living Roots, but probably not playing a turn 1 against Warrior, because it's not that good against Warrior. I mean, they're both 2/2. I don't think taunt matters that much, and I do have some beasts. I was even thinking of using Marquis Charge in this deck. I decided against it because I don't think I have enough. I only have 3 beasts. If 5 if you count Power of the Wild, but it's still usable. It's just I don't think it's good enough to include in the deck. But from the Raven Idol there, it's probably the best choice. I'll eventually try some rogue decks. I've tried some Miracle, I guess that's the only one. Main problem here is we're under duress of losing to tempo, especially with this tempo Fire War Axe that kills my Mire Keeper. Especially if he plays the 4 mana minion. We go to 6 mana, and the Drake combo isn't that great. I'm not sure. It almost seems like I should just clone Drake, but it's really mana inefficient.
What to
I guess ultimately, like, he could still kill the Drake by just killing it and trading both of his stuff in, so... I feel like if you just want to play, like, these two together, it's not that great. I mean, I might have to... I feel like Marcus Charge is best if you can play Druid of Flame on turn 3 and then Marcus Charge and attack later. Like, if you just want to spend 5 mana to make, what, a 4/7, and you spend 1 card because Marcus cycles, that's nothing special, 5 mana 4/7. It's best because you can split it up. I'm glad I didn't play Drake. Now I have a bunch of mana. I guess the number 1 card I want to pick up is Power of the Wild, but this is a tempo matchup, so we're most likely just making the strongest move every turn again. Not really gonna try to save for some Power of the Wild. I have a lot of spells in Teacher. Also, he's a tempo warrior, so there might be whirlwind effects. So it's like, Violet Teacher is significantly better with Power of the Wild. You know, Violet Teacher, Wrath, Coin, Mark. I don't really know what to mark. I'm just marking a dude. I almost think just go ahead and playing this is better. Get a 4/7 instead of... I mean, my board's definitely weaker, but get the cycle. Mostly looking for win conditions. So I'm looking for like very specific cards right now. Nourish, Azure Drake, Yogg, Power of the Wild. Those are like my key cards. Okay. Interesting. Spam every spell and then play Yogg.
What to do?
Pay attention, class.
I am ready to learn. I am ready to learn.
For the wilds. Time waits for no one.
That makes the most sense, right? I still have Corn Yogg, which is going to play a lot of spells. Don't get to play Wall Growth, but Wall Growth isn't really great, right? I'm Wall Growth in turn 8. I can wait after Yogg maybe and then cycle it. I could also just play Wall Growth, like if I really don't want to Yogg, which I doubt it. I can only not Yogg if I get something good next turn.
What now?
It's kind of weird Yogging when I'm ahead on board, but... You know, I gotta play something. Oh, it looks like I'm not really ahead on board anyways. Not too much anyways. I'm not sure. I generally like just attacking face. It doesn't really hit a super good breakpoint to trade. Okay, it's fine. Just don't want to kill my minions. Nice. Not bad. That was 8 spells?
For the wilds.
Start attacking. Some of these decks are in Harrison too. What happened? It feels like nothing happened. I killed this bard. Oh, and I shuffled some cards in his deck. That's actually really good. Oh, and I got this. So there's some stuff that happened. This is definitely better than Druid Hero Power. It does 2 damage. So it's like I played a Justice card for Mage. Or a Justice card for Druid even. Plus he's a Battle Rage deck, so that's going to be super scary. Tempo Warrior is not known for, like, there's no Brawl in his deck. There's no, like, major board clears, so if he draws so many cards and just gives too many Nerubians for me, I actually cycled that into his deck. Might be able to kill Rag, or I could erase him as well. I'm not sure yet. The way I kill it is these 6 damage, and then I have Fandral next turn. Seems bad. There's no easy way for me to kill it. I think I just go face. I mean, the ambush, like, in a way, kind of makes me want to play a long game, but I feel like I would just have nothing if I trade here. I'd have a 4/7 burn all my charged wrath on this guy. He'd have like 17 life. And my board would just be a 4/7 with a naked Fandral in my hand and no other synergistic cards, no swipe, and he would have all these cards. Feels too hard to win like that, even with the ambush. Well, I guess he wouldn't be at 17 life. He'd still be at like 13 or 14 life, but... He's dead. Oh, wait. No, he's 100% dead here. No matter what rank it's.
For the wild.
Oops, wrong button. There is a standard Miracle Road list, fairly standard. The double cold blood one.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect the wild.
Okay, this is a little bit scary against Zoo. I can't really mulligan Living Roots. I can't... If I'm going to play Living Roots on one... So I won't be able to know before what I'm playing against because I'm making the first move. So I can't just say, you know, mulligan Living Roots... Or sorry, I can't just play Raven Idol or Living Roots on one depending on whether it's zero hand luck. I just have to make up my mind on the mulligan. And rather just, if I'm not playing Raven Idol on 1, I'll probably Hero Power on 2 if I don't pick up anything. I could Hero Power again in Raven Idol on 3, but at that point I'd just rather just go for cards like Wild Growth, Innervate, Wrath, you know, just stuff to play instead of just relying on Hero Powering two times in the first 3 turns against Zoo. Huh. I'm like 90% sure I have to make a dude here. If I go to 6, probably going to be nourishing for cards next turn. This deck you almost always nourish for cards, never for mana. Unless you have double nourish in your hand or something. I feel.
The land serves me. Feel my wrath.
I mean, having mana is nice after Nourish, because I Nourish on 6 and then I'll have 7 mana with more cards, but I need the... I don't think it's as good as making an extra guy. An extra 2/2.
So many possibilities.
Looks like we just dodged the whole Wall Growth turn. We're probably never going to play this card until turn 10. But that's fine. definitely hits some breakpoints, the Power of the World. In fact, it hits a lot of breakpoints. Tentatively, we'd be trading like this, this, and this, leaving a 3-1 against this. Otherwise, this is way too good. This.
Time waits for no one.
To Axai, thanks for resubbing. Welcome back to the Strife crew.
Put this apple on your head. Put this apple on your head.
I dodged a bullet on these jugglers. Another nourish. Force Nature is power, but it's not great. 5 mana for, I guess it's very similar to Mire Keeper in stats. It is Zoo, though. I don't know if we have time to nourish. It almost feels like with Drake's Wrath potentially cycling as well, we're just trying to make it to Yogg. Why don't you run at least one mark? Don't have enough beasts, I think. I only have 3 beasts if you're not counting Power of the World. Power of the World in this deck seems like I almost always want to buff my guys with Violet Teacher, Fandral. Well, Fandral's kind of both, and you get a beast, but
My shield for Argon.
that's fine. It's at 2, so I can charge it down.
Pay attention, class.
Another night on the prowl.
Wall growth for 1 mana on turn 8, just for that 1 turn. It's fine. I get another spell played and I can Yogg next turn. It's Zoo. I can't play slow. I have like 7 spells played so far. Combo clear. If only that worked.
My mouth very
Actually, combo, I just realized. Doesn't work anymore though. Over 2 turns. Alright, what's the worst that can happen here? I'm feeling good about this Yogg. What if I play these 2? It's a pretty strong turn.
What to do?
I should have done this faster then. I'm not sure.
Time waits for no one.
Oh, this could go bad. Oh, that went bad. Oh my god, I lost my Droll. I lost my Nurse and the Drake. The cards that were keeping me in the game were Droll. Okay, I shouldn't have yelled. That was dumb. It's just, I guess, you don't need to yell if you have other good moves and you're, like, hmm. It's probably better to use him as late as possible, especially since he has Power My Win Condition, so I get more spells with him. That was a decent amount, like 7, but still, like, it's probably not a reason to do that when I had other good moves. He leaves 1 up. Could very easily lose now. I lost all the draw in my hand.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect the wild.
Let's go and keep 2 Druid of Flames. I could have kept the entire hand and tried to curve out, but like Druid of Flame doesn't kill Voidwalker without hero power and things like that. It's kind of weird to do coin Druid of Flame, and then like 4-drop. It's, I mean, you're passing turn 1 with that play as well. And I figure I lose like Innervate potential and picking up cards like Well Growth and Wrath, so still keep the flames, but other than that I have to try to get some other stuff. I think I need to go for the move where I have good trades, potentially. It's not guaranteed with PO, but if I just Wrath and then play Mirekeeper next turn, then play Druid of the Claw, it opens up for 3 mana for him this turn, so he can play something like Dark Councilman or Imp Game Boss, and then, like, I don't really get to charge the Dark Councilman down with Druid of the Claw, it's too slow. pretty all in, but I need to stop like Argus. Just play the 2/5 and I get Defender of Argus. That's too big of a difference. Also, if he plays like Tentacles and gets 4 Jugglers off, feels like too big of a difference here to use my Wrath.
Get in there and fight, maggot! The land serves me. For the wild.
I generally don't run Mulch in Savage Roar decks. It's just too fast, slow, one way or another.
What to do?
I'm pretty sure this is the right move with Tentacles in his range is to charge here and to charge this, like this. Either way, the damage isn't useless to get it to 1/3. If he trades here, power trades here, then it was a 1/5, so getting the 2 damage there is useful.
Put this apple on your head.
You love my new recipe.
Pay attention, class.
I'm ready to learn.
Okay, we need Yogg, and we need like Nourish and Drake. We're just playing so top deck heavy right now. Played so fast, innervating out Wrath, things like that.
So many possibilities.
I'm actually guessing like 65% of our decks are good top decks. Since Raven Isle is good, if we count the Discover, we can just get high mana stuff. Bad top decks is only like Drew the Saber and Living Roots and Well Growth, I think.
I shall do as you say.
For the wild. My shield for Argus. For the wild. Behold the rage of Wildlands.
I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Doomguards haven't been played yet
Shield for Argus.
either, and he's been holding a peddler card, which is probably PO or Soulfire. That was the most amount of damage I could have saved. So this is my safest move. I guess if you count the wolf being like double if you count chargers. Sucking wolf is 4 damage, that goes 4 damage as well.
Malfurion versus Garrosh. Victory or death. I must protect the wild.
This is my best 1-drop against Warrior, since I'm not really interested in Living Roots. And it cycles itself for another spell. I would say it's probably good to keep because you can get... Wild Growth is the one I'm thinking of the most. That's 1 spell out of maybe 12. You get 3 spells, maybe like Innervate, I'm not sure. This deck is a mid-range list. I was thinking of Minion because I have so much mana, but, you know, after thinking about, like, Nourish as a potential spell, I don't think Minion's right anyways. Our deck runs on Synergy. So we can always just Nourish. Cat Fancy, thanks for resubbing. Welcome back to the Strifecro. 15 months. Okay, this is looking pretty crazy.
Let the pain.
He is gonna get multiple cards, but minute. Okay, this is... I'm actually, like, gonna do this. Just hold back, because if I play Innervate Power of the Wild, he gets multiple cards from Acolyte, so that's a side effect, like, guaranteed, because I'm making a 2/2. Plus, if this teacher 6, it's the Dream. And it is turn 3 Coin and Acolyte, so it's not that easy for a warrior to kill this. It's basically Execute. And there's upsides anyways. Oh, the Dream. The Dream Living Roots! Oh my god! Wait, am I gonna be full? Does it even matter? Anyway, I'm definitely gonna be full. This is 2 minions. Everyone is giving me 2 spells. So 2, 2, 2. Yeah, Living Roots is going face. Or
Pay attention, class.
I have 5 slots, right? 2, 2, 2 is still 6. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Living Roots is going face.
Instruction begins.
It just does, literally does nothing. Should I have not even played Living Roots? I don't think that's right. Living Roots still gives you another 2/2. If you just don't play Living Roots at all, you only get these one less 2/2. Some Living Roots is like still 2 damage face and a 2/2, which is worth more than it in your hand probably. Again, at least against the tempo list. Oh my god.
Instruction begins.
For the wild. For the wild.
Now I need card roll. I could have actually made a big board if I swiped and played Living Roots. I would have like 4 1/1s at this point. But I didn't have a Sour in my hand at the time.
Let the pain speak to me.
Armor made to fit.
The land serves me. For the wild.
The only way I'm gonna win this game is through Yogg at this point.
The blade be thirsty.
So So my goal is to survive till Yogg.
For the wild.
Bathe in flames.
I mean, the dangerous thing about running a deck with like a lot of mana ramp and not a high mana curve is you run out of stuff to do really quickly. That's why I'm running double Nourish, double Drake. I also can like cycle Wrath and things like that, so that's the theory behind it.
Made
I don't know if there's any other cards that allow me to really cycle smoother or better. Like running things like Loot Hoarder is not really going to accomplish anything. They don't really give you more cards in a way. And the body itself is negligible, not like Azure Drake. It has to be a spell to cycle like Nourish. That's underwhelming. The Raven Idol's Discover has been, every time I get a spell, it's not been good so far, but I haven't played with it enough. We'll have to see. I can't really take up Raven Idol, it's part of the synergy of this deck.
Bathe in flames.
5/2 trade's much better here. It's just, if it absorbs 5...
Bathe in flames.
I think I'm mostly doing this because both Fire War Axes are gone.
Try this.
I don't think we can get Nourish and Drake anymore.
Where shall I strike?
Had to be Yogg this turn, or probably dead. So since he hasn't used either executes yet, I think charging or removing that's safer than taunting. Because he can just use the Armor Smith and deal 1 damage or some kind of effect, and then execute to get through the taunt. And I remove less attack damage off the board.
I can see.
part of this is like, it's like it reminds me of the old Paladin syndrome, mid-range Paladin syndrome, where you sometimes fizzle out, but unless you get land hands, and since like land hands is like, it was back then, it was worth like 25. You can spend 25 mana on one land hands because it gives you 3 cards. It's kind of same for Nourish, right? If I get Nourish, I can probably spend like 25 mana on the Nourish and even cycle through my whole deck, but in a way, like, it's just, if you don't get them, your whole deck is kind of ruined. Like, you don't really get to... I think I just like this better. I want to kill the pirate here over the 2/3.
Blood and plunder.
This should be better. It gives me 6 mana. The 2/2 dies for free to the Dread Corsair anyways. And I don't really have mana to hero power. Fandral trades with like 1 extra Flame Juggler, but it doesn't give me the mana. And I also have to like throw Fandral under the bus, which might not be the biggest deal, but still something. I feel like the only way I win this game now is something like Druid of the Claw, maybe? Or if I can Raven Idol into something, especially a heal. Okay, that went about as good as it could have. This gives me 4 mana left over, right? 2 mana left, yeah, 4. I could play it for free. Or, I mean, I can still play everything I want.
Another night on the prowl.
Time waits for no one.
Oh my god. Am I not dead? Do I have a chance here? Raven Idol, Yogg. I don't think Yogg is saving me. Raven Idol's probably a better chance. Actually, I have the Raven Idol first. I could kill him with Raven Idol. There we go. Taunt. 8 health is worth more than any taunt. Or is it? It should be. I can't get 8 health taunter.
Time waits for no one.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Oops, I should have hero powered. I guess I get one more draw. Because if I drew with, well, Growth gets Sour Draw, I can just win the game on the spot. So that's safer if I kill him. Against Chargers, Well, I'll show hero powered first of all, but if I taunted Mark of Nature, it's probably better.
Malfurion versus Thrall.
Yeah, I mean his deck's probably not running Execute too.
The wild.
The thing about Mortal Strike is, even if I heal, I die to Mortal Strike. That's why I think Taunt is definitely better. Innervate Mirekeeper, I get a 3/3 and then 4 mana next turn. Still can't Fandral Hero Power. It feels like Fandral would be better here against a tempo deck like this. And next turn, I'm assuming it mostly dies here, but in case it doesn't, Mirekeeper would get more of it, like double. Also, the thing is, 3/3 is significantly worse against a 3/4. Mostly Flame Tongue, but if I get Flame Tongue, I can Well Growth Hero Power the minion. Yeah, it's too good. Could have thought about Savage Roar this turn. I definitely need a draw here. Wait a minute. Does Discover a spell actually in Wall Growth Hero Power? Moonfire? No. Still have 2 Drakes, 2 Teachers. Actually, let's go ahead and take the Moonfire. Because we have Nourish. So, like, we're not really looking for anything. Like, well, I think we'll have a lot of cards. So we're looking for more of a tempo card. And we still have a lot of cards that would synergize well with Moonfire. Plus we have a 2/2, we can kill 0/3s kind of with it if we really want to. Looks like potential Savage Roar turn too. It's like cash in my Frog, not sure yet. Nah, okay, let's draw. Azure Drake Swipe will be a nice combo, but that's on turn 9. Might have to find something to do on turn 8. I mean, too many of his stuff is 3 health, and those wouldn't be great. Next turn he has 5, so he can't Thunder Bluff. 2 Azure Drakes now, too. The synergy from Violet Teacher is useless, actually. Like, Violet Teacher Swipe, the 1/1's useless. Wrath, nice. Turns out Moonfire is going to be pretty good here. I feel like leaving up this is better, especially with reactive cards in my hand like Yogg, giving 1 less card for Mana Tide. And this is stranded, so it's a free kill from Hero Power or the Drake. Only way is that he plays Taunts, but then I have Yogg next turn. I still -1 card him.
It's
Okay, so actually we definitely need to think about not playing Yogg, because we can cycle so many cards right now. Draw first. Well, this is draw first anyways.
I'm ready to learn.
Make sure we like keep Yogg for when we really need it.
I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn.
For the wild. For the wild.
That was powerful. Are you into Overwatch? I actually like Overwatch. I'm trying to get better at Overwatch. Like, I've always been good at all the games I've played. Like RTS games, even card games, like MMOs. I guess just about everything. League and stuff like that. But fighting games and FPS are my weakness. I've always been awful at those games. So I'm like a silver level.